listen, he probably hates him but loves him. Like, he sees himself a little bit.
Yeah, they get it.
Yeah, it's like hate but love. He gets it.
Yeah. No, it's all part of the show. But all right, well, we're into it.
Here we go.
We are very much into this game, but you heard the guys talk about it. Respawn-wise, it's looking great for Toronto Ultra.
Yeah, you heard Fellow kind of talking about being like an old-fashioned square up. You know, they get some maps that they like. But yes, incredibly strong for Ultra. But who knows what we're going to get? I mean, after yesterday, LAG come out. They've been playing some great Call of Duty moments. They've gotten 3 top 6s. They catch Toronto Ultra. And now you make this run so difficult for Ravens. I mean, this would be, if they're able to do it, though, it'd be one of the more insane stories we've had, like on a run to get into champs.
No, I mean, kind of the conversation yesterday is Envoy hit some great headshots there on that rotation, which is just like, there's just more on the line, right, for LAG, for Carolina. Yeah. They're going to try to bring it in this environment, and maybe Ultra get caught off guard. But that was on day 1, so, and now maybe just used to this, going to try to bring a little bit more intensity here today, too. They don't want a top 12 finish going into champs. So for Ultra, yeah, a lot on the line.
Yeah, I mean, you'd love to be the wake-up call if you're Ravens, right? Not the match after the wake-up call.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yes, that can be so tough, but we'll see. As we start to get deeper into the opening of this night, hardpoint time right now for Scrap. Great start for the squad. Just a little outslay early and getting it done in the objective. They're frying them. You can't get close right now if you're Ravens. Still 20 healthy seconds you're going to be able to earn, but now we're going to take a look at the rotation. And Kleenex, maybe a guy to play a little bit of a disruption now. He's got Deddy Pop looking for an opening as the rest of the team's going to hit the other side of it. And Kleenex does get one, Envoy on the other. You already create some stress here for Ravens.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to spawn out here if you're playing TJ. Yeah. Still 10 seconds left, but it's a 2-on-2. So no time to panic. You're trying to hold this. Gwyn with a nice opening gunfight. Now they know they have to find Kleenex in number 8. Insight, though, on the other side through Jones. They're able to find him. So a good recovery out of Carolina, but the pressure through the middle of the map is there. Well, was there from Scrap. So, yeah, you know, you two go down, but you rotate here towards P3.
Yeah, I think it works out because you just got enough time to, like, get back to the hard point. The 2 people that spawned out, you just have enough time to get back into the fight before new pops, but now you're starting to fall apart maybe again. Scrap and Envoy able to get kills, spawning out again as multiple players from Ravens, 3 trying to track back. Ultra will get in and get control. Headshots through for Insight and looking to build upon this lead, but you get a break with about 30 left and you're feeling good. Early pressure and then late control.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Great break there out of Ultra, and around this P3 is where they struggled yesterday versus LAG. So now playing their game on Karachi, 8 in a row as a squad. They're going to have this 60-point lead as we head on over towards this P4.
Kleenex lining them up. Insight still on 4 in a row. We'll see if he's able to extend that. Trying to dip and dive right now, though, is Kleenex. Got a couple blocks here to work with. Scrap's actually lining up the kills, and Insight's going to get the 5th. So, yeah, I mean, you take a lot of fire there if you're Kleenex. You're able to stay up. Your teammates will find the rest of the kills. Now trying to look for that final one. Can he get one more to add the streak into this? Felony, slow start for him, 2-7, and Clay, 4-11. You're getting bodied right now, and well, it's showing in the scoreline. I was going to say maybe you feel good you're still in the game, but it's at that point where it can get ugly soon.
Yeah, this is still going. I mean, you have just had this set up for 25 seconds or so. Carolina, they're trying to control right side of the map to rotate for this P5. Get to top 3, but they haven't. This has been so much time for Ultra here at P4. Probably the best P4 team we have in the league, and they're showing you why.
Yeah, they're dominating them right now. Absolutely dominating. Envoy getting it ripping and roaring as well. He's up to 12-4. Maybe had his struggles in points this year, but not happening right now as he is triple positive. We'll see. Maybe he can push forward towards a streak, but you got to show some life, and you have to right now. This setup, you got to do it.
Look at our engagements. They're still so low because this has just been so clean. It's forced Carolina to take long routes, to rotate, and then it's just an early break. Carolina needed a response here. Seems like a strong start here at the P5. They're able to find a 4 dead. You see with TJ's position, how far they are spawning out. Now, what can he find? At least just get all the info for his squad.
Yeah, he should get a nice close spawn just based on how far out they were. He'll be able to track back and get into the fight. Fellow trying to deal with multiple players pushing him. One's going to get through up the cut. You're going to have some pressure in a junk and get them out of the hard point here for a middle. There's a 2-on-2 pinch. I thought TJ was going to pick that up off a spawn, but instead, Envoy and the boys cut right through and it falls apart.
Yeah, I thought they had the crossfire on the point. Nobody picks up middle. Envoy, who had a rough Karachi hard point yesterday, really stepped it up here, 14-5. He dominates in this matchup. I mean, they're 2-0 on the year, but Envoy puts up some crazy numbers versus Ravens. And well, that was, yeah, that's a big break for Ultra and for Carolina. A tough one. You wanted to get back in the game. You wanted a full 60. Envoy takes it away.
Yeah, I mean, it was so clean at the early start of that. You get like a 4 down. You got him spawning out deep, but you really needed the full time there. Now trailing by 100, but into our second set of rotations, you got to start being perfect here. You have to have a great sequence, disrupt this time at first, lock it up in second, start to bring it back, but through on the feed, it's going to be Envoy and Inside to continue to find kills. You're out slaying them by what, about 20 or so right now? Yeah, and that's a lot with how low engagement is. Like I mean, that's a lot.
We're on our second P1, and we're almost at 200 points. That's just it. I mean, Ultra, it's not like this scrappy Karachi that we see from time to time where both teams are spawning out. You're sort of sprinting to the hill. Both people are getting caught. It has just been clean Karachi from the start.
I mean, you got Clay's almost double neg, TJ double neg. Everybody basically negative outside of Gwyn. You've not been able to get anything going whatsoever. You'd like to hopefully at least get the guns hot. Start to maybe slay with them a little bit, even if you're going to lose this map one. Just get some positive momentum, because right now you are getting bottled up. CleanX is going to find an opener here onto the point. Gwyn through at least with the trade. If you can get all of this time, you could suddenly still be getting outslayed by 10 to 15, but you're like a hard point away.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, this is a massive hill here for Carolina Royal Ravens. Scrappy able to find one insight with the other, get them off the time, keep this scrappy, but TJ is there. He's just going to rotate, so very good job. And after this push, if you're Ultra, going to probably be thinking about just maybe starting to rotate, but they probably want like the 10 to 20 seconds if they could find it, because that scrap time puts them so close to winning. TJ trying to do what he can, but that will be 3 dead, and on rotation, Insight able to win the one-on-one.
Yeah, you'll take these 15 to 20, you nail it. Yeah, you have this much of an advantage. Every bit can be a tiny dagger into the back of Carolina Royal Ravens. Now you've got to win this on rotation, set up at third. You've got 2 players in 6 and 8. Envoy and CleanX here, locked in, ready to roll. These entry kills going to be so big. Nice nade there. Keep him at bay, maybe get some damage in as well. The shots through in the crossfire, the utility, the bullets are there. So far, Ultra is holding. They trade efficiently enough. And even like this time, if the hard point's white, like, all right, you're feeling good if you're Ultra. You still got an 80-point lead.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And yeah, there's just one player left in Inside. He's been locking it down. So on 2 in a row is him. And again, every second the pressure is on here for Ravens. They do find a couple of kills in the feed. Team kill comes through. They've done a much better job this second half of the game. Just keeping the pressure up, being relentless, finding, Ultra players out of the hill. But again, Ultra knows every 10 to 15 seconds they can find, this one's probably done.
No, I mean, they played them about even once you get to the second set. They just came out far too flat. You put yourself into far too big of a hole. Ultra came out hot, and Ultra staying hot. Scrap roaring. That's a triple. 20 and 14 from him. You get to right around the 235 mark as we get off to the races. Now you talk about the P4, and now you're the best in the business. If you are Ultra, a chance to close it out here.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be on point if you are Carolina. But yeah, now you're going to have top 3 control. Scrap off the hill, able to find another one. So he's going to get up here, just try to get him off that. That's going to be Clay. He's going to win another one. There's going to be 6 in a row, and it just feels like this guy is getting going. You're talking about maybe someone in Carolina getting hot. It's the opposite. It's Scrap on 6 in a row, potentially putting the game away here.
There is number 7, dialed in, locked in, taking every fight, nearly able to win that one as well, but they'll both look to re-engage. Still catches him as he's weak. Sitting at the next player, he's still on 30 HP, and finally the streak comes to an end at 8. You've gotten a great hold here. If you are Royal Ravens, to get some time, but like, well, I guess I'd say great in the sense you don't allow Ultra to get anything, but
I mean, it's just what you needed earlier. I mean, we were at 195 at the second P1. You've gotten 40 points across 4 hard points here if you are Ultra. So it's not like this has been a better rotation. It's just Carolina finally
down 100 early.
Playing some of their game. Cruz is going to come out, not done yet. So the Cruz isn't going to find anything. Inside is lurking. Carolina's hunting. Trying to get them off. They just have to fight inside, but Carolina going to keep this game going.
And you have another Cruz now to work with if you are Royal Ravens, so we'll see if that's going to come into play. But you keep on fighting, keep on battling. 14 needed for Ultra, but they haven't been able to close it out. A team kill comes in. You at least get one, though, if you're a fellow, but now things are going to get messy. What a gunfight went around the edge there for Inside as a headshot is through. Gwyn forced to pull out the streak. Just 10 needed. He's able to dodge it inside. Little bob and weave. Put down the Barry Sanders, somehow avoiding a missile. I got no idea. Was it the palm tree? Was it the shack? Bit of finesse, and that's the map. Oh, ow! Okay. Scrap with some choice words after that one. I love the little trash talk intro we had at the beginning of this. It was great. You saw.
Yeah, Josie learned Spanish.
Yeah, apparently.
Just for that moment.
Yeah, got to lock the load for that particular map. But Scrap had some choice words. I believe it was something about them sucking on the other side of our battle arena.
No, everybody heard it.
Yeah, I thought so since it came into my headphones. I just wasn't sure if people at home did. Yeah. But I hope you did. Listen. Fact is, we're competing here. It's Call of Duty. The guys are battling. Best players in the world. There's a lot of trash talking. Sometimes on the regular main stage with the way it's angled, you know, you hear the guys yelling, and there'll be some, but this is just different, bro. You stand up, you see them, you look them in the eyes. You told me back when you were competing, like there were just some players, they'd be new on the main stage, you'd like lock eyes with them, and you just knew. You're like, I'm gonna shit on them.
Yeah, no, that is true. It's just an intensity thing. It's a fear thing, and I think for Ultra, much better Karachi from start to finish. On the other side for Carolina, I mean, this is just, that first half of the game was tough. They got put into the blender. They got broke a little bit too easily a couple of times through. They gave up so much time at P4. Props to Ultra. They get back to business on their Karachi. But you know, going into that, that's going to be their map pick. The desk talked about it. They're now 16-3 on the year. There's a big reason a lot of teams avoid that one.
But we touch on it a lot just when we've had so many hard points this year. Well, just historically, where a team comes out flat in the map one, they're getting slaughtered. We always just say the same thing. Like, oh, hopefully the other team comes alive a little bit, guns get warm, like you start to get something going. Did you see enough there in that second set for Carolina where you're like, all right, they're alive in this series?
Yeah, I think, you know, win that streak, it felt very much like a better second half. It was just too late. You give up 195 points. We're at the second P1. We do not see that.
When I saw that they were, listen, when we talk about like a hard point where each player's got 60 to 70 engagements, we're talking about outslaying by 20 being a lot. When they were outslaying by 20 and no one had more than like 12 kills, or I was like, well, that's a real problem.
No, that just was sort of the discipline COD that we saw out of Ultra. But yeah, I mean, for Carolina, if they want to stay alive in this series, it's going to come to the search. Sort of Ultra have gotten back to just not so great search and destroy, 4 and 6 in their last 10. They dropped it yesterday versus LAG. You know, going into this, you're going to have to steal a respawn, but Carolina, they're going to rely on this search and destroy.
And I think Carolina are coming into the right mindset. You know, I think I bumped into like Fame and Fellow, and I said to Fame, I was like, bro, what, you guys playing the lottery today? Winning like that's impressive. And he just looked at me like I was an idiot because I was messing with him. And then I saw Fellow behind him. Like, Fellow was probably sweating during that. Fellow's like, nah, man, I didn't come in to get a top 6. I came in to make a run. We got to go through Ultra. We got through Optic. I don't care. Like, we want to come in and make a run. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I mean, great response, but as a no, this is not what you want.
No, I know. That's what you got to say, and you have to have that mentality. But I'm sure part of you is like, what are we doing? What in the world? But we take a look at the game flow there, and yeah, I mean, after the P1, it just rises and rises and rises. So you end up what? The biggest advantage around 110?
Yeah, around 110 or so. But yeah, just, 155 to 45, 4 hills into the game. That is such a tough ask there for Carolina to get back in the game, but they do a pretty solid job.
No, I mean, what do we consider like a good hold? Like, you know, you probably think about like, oh, we're talking 40 seconds, like you get a hard point, like a good hold. They average that over the first 4.
Yeah, and you get 40 on a P4, which you're hoping for 4.
Yeah, no, you nailed it. Like, the best team at that, it's usually so scrappy, so mixy, so much white time, but that's not going to be the case. Take a look at our overall best of 5. We are partying on Karachi until maybe a 6-star or Rio if needed. Would love to see this one go the distance, but you got to come alive right now. I mean, there have been some flat starts for Carolina. I know, like Wynn in particular, sometimes we've been critical of him because he's just had these map 1 duds. He was actually kind of like the most consistent factor, at least throughout the course of that, but it's just been like a team thing. Like they have come out flat in some hard points. They've had to battle back in series.
Yeah, I mean, it's not what you want, but they've been doing it all year. I mean, it's just another day. And again, they've had some big upsets this stage. I feel like we always know they can play with the best of the best. It's just they haven't executed. And the reason that it's just part of this game. It's part of this team. That's why they're in this spot right now. That's why a lot of people probably feel like they should be at champs. Is because we've seen what they can do.
I know. It's just these moments where I'm like, damn, they're a good team.
It hasn't been consistent enough.
And then I'm like, damn, they're ass. Like,
yeah.
It's been so many teams that feel like that way, though. It's just tough. It's tough to be consistent. That's usually what separates the good from the greats, the consistency factor. But now, yeah, map 2. Here we go. Search and destroy. First blood there for Fellow. And after that slow start to map 1, definitely looking to unlock him. But quickly, CleanX able to get that trade. Took a bit, but Nice utility usage here from Kleenex, too, to get some more info before he ends up dropping as Clay's got the cross.
Yeah, I mean, aggressive round here from Ultra, just right through top mid. And now Gwyn just runs by one, doesn't spot Insight. He has the freebie. Luckily, his teammates are still here in the 2-on-1. Insight last alive. We know how clutch this man can be.
Let's see if he's got another one. Already been spotted. Gonna have to reposition. Bomb plant is now in as he looks to clutch up the 1v2 against Clayster and TJ. TJ has been, man, he's been feeling himself search and destroy, really well-rounded this year. The consistency has been there for him. And it's gonna be tough to do just with this two-man bridge setup. They just keep tickling him, keeps getting dropped down, can't get the first bullet in the fight. Is Clay's just buying him time?
Yeah, I mean, it's just spotting. Obviously, we know the two-man set up there at bridge. There was a chance there for maybe on a Clay. You saw the one headshot hit marker come in, but they just were not clean whatsoever.
He would have had to just zap him.
Yeah,
just zap him.
I mean, we've seen some zaps, that is for sure. But Clay with 2 in the round, the first blood for Fellow, and again, aggressive look for Ultra.
I probably do.
Go bridge.
All right, I'll lightweight quick grip it.
We get ready now for the round 2. We'll see if any adjustments come in early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of.
No, you don't have to. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna do the draws of play.
Clay starts out with his 2. We'll see if he can lock in more behind that. If we weren't talking for a second, because suddenly I was hearing all of Clay's comms, and I was like, well, I know
they
they're
want us
to
to hear it. Yeah. That's what they want us to do.
Could be. But not usually during search.
But first blood coming in over towards this A site, and then they have this 2 versus 4. So again, just a very fast pace here from Ultra with what we're seeing. Doesn't work on the defensive side. On offense, though, this is looking clean.
Not able to win the gunfight. Too many to deal with. Toronto Ultra now on the boards. We'll tie things up at 1-1. And I will see. I mean, last defensive round, a lot of aggression out of this Ultra team. Probably feeling real good after that map one. We'll see if there's any changes now. Maybe a little bit more passive here into this second set.
Yeah, I mean, this is, again, Search and Destroy has not been great for Ultra. 0-2 on this map throughout Stage 4. So, I mean, there's some VOD to go over if you're Carolina to set up some hard counters. But I think for Ultra, if they want to win Search and Destroy, they want to win this event, the Search has to be better. And it feels like at LAN, this is where it normally does get better. It's their preparation, right? Their matchups versus phase. It's usually here at LAN.
TJ nearly just smoked. Hit down to 20, but able to stay up. Fellow, similar scenario. And he's trying to stay alive as his stun will connect. But for now, lots of damage through for Ultra, but not able to find that first blood yet. Fellow repositioning, gunfight on the edge. Great shoulder there from Scrap. We'll see if any kind of help can come through for him. He's got the help of the crossfire there from Kleenex, so Fellow maybe in a tough spot, and then Envoy able to get the first blood. Envoy trying to get out with his life, got a one-on-one on the other side of it. Kleenex able to win that as well. Scrap is frying, he is roaring with the headshot, picking them apart until suddenly it's Clay on an island.
Yeah, I mean, what you're seeing here out of Ultra, right, is a lot of the times over towards this B site. It's just getting info from top 3 from the offense, right, seeing if they're going bridge, putting nades on. And what Ultra is doing is they're just challenging into Coop. They're trying to catch them off guard, and this time you do just that. You get another first blood on the board for Envoy, and they're just running right at him.
You know, like peek all these angles.
Yeah, just the way Scrap is coming towards the Carolina side and the way he is playing, yeah, I think they're filled to the brim with confidence, Joe, and there's not a lot of respect being shown to the other side. They are sending it at them. You got to do something to change that tone. Granted, Scrap, one of those guys is going to chirp even when he's losing a map.
No, I think even down 0-2 yesterday he was. So.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. He was still yelling, I think, that people sucked, even though he's in an 0-2 hole. But on with Envoy right now. Scuff controller cam POV. As you can see, the boys getting twisted. Fingers are jittering. Plant going through. And now we hop over to Scrap here for a second to see what he can find. But you get a much-needed first blood if you are Fellow.
Kleenex is so far here. Clay's not going to expect that. They have been taking so much space on this side of the map. Well, really both sides. Just on offense, it's been over towards A. Now it's a 2 versus 3. Great shots by Gwyn.
2 versus 2. Scrap right to his left. You're able to react though to the door if you are Gwyn. Big round from him. Kleenex last alive.
Spot him.
20 seconds to go. Tagged him 1 HP. It's him in a vending machine. This is body armor, but it's not enough. Fellow with the first and the last. Gwyn with 2 as well. big round there for Carolina, and you needed that one.
I mean, what a play out of Gwyn there to find the double. A little bit too individual, I think, for Toronto Ultra. You obviously get that pick middle of the map. It's in the 3-on-2, but you're never together. You're never challenged. So individual gunfights, and they just lost them all.
Take a look at Gwyn yet again, getting tucked away. Here's the door, able to snap, and Scrap's just trying to quietly lurk in for the trade, but a little bit too much noise there, and Gwyn is able to make the play. Gwyn, his first 2 in the game, come through that round. We're 4 rounds deep, and we're tied up as Carolina desperately trying to get this search and destroy victory and even up our series, because you're going into a very hard matchup then on Karachi control. What do you see in the opening break, Joe?
I mean, just what do Carolina want to do? It looks like they maybe want to take middle of the map away. And it almost feels like Ultra want them to go A, right? Just go for it. But they're just going right back to B, and Gwyn able to find a nice headshots. He keeps up his solid game so far. So man advantage over to Carolina. So you're sort of matching that tempo out of Ravens. Fellow able to find Scrap middle of the map.
I think he got first bullet, like his hip fire may have hit, but the fact he's getting shot on both sides there and still gets the kill because the 4 bullet just incinerates him. Like, he died. Envoy got mega zapped.
We can chill and grab the bomb right there. The closest guy that's...
Big win there. I mean, TJ starts thing off, mid-map control. I thought for a second he was going to lose that one-on-one because the second player with the mid didn't really have the angle to help right away, but TJ able to win it. Just, again, some big individual gunfight wins.
Yeah, and, you know, again, Carolina, they have to switch things up. Going troop side did not work out. Still challenging them over towards B on offense. They just do it from a different angle. They take top 3. They take middle away. Just kind of wait for them, the reactions from Toronto Ultra. Now they're up around.
Up around, and we'll see if they can push that even further. Fellow, he's on 3 straight. Clayser takes a bit of nade damage, but repositioning for now. TJ now up to top 3, and we'll see what he can find. Peekaboo, there goes TJ, finds one. Maybe looking for another fight. He's got Envoy with Bomb right on the other side of this. Bit of info there. Smoke is out. Tagged up is TJ. Gets some bullets in, but Insight gets through on the cross. Another first blood that might slip away for Royal Ravens, but Fellow gets another.
But Kleenex, again, is just so far. He finds one inside a red. He's trying to wrap all the way through. So Envoy's just waiting for him. You see Fellow trying to find Kleenex. So he's bought enough of a distraction to allow Envoy to get into this spot, but Clay's just right above him.
Wrapping back to great. Now, where do they go from here? And what spot do you get if you are Clay? And Fellow's held. He's held this entire time, basically. Over towards A. It looks like he's going for a check now. What is his time going to be like? Did they spot him? I think they did. The way he's playing, they definitely did. You get a hip fire shot that hits there, but unfortunately, they got the spot. They got the info. Nade maybe a little bit too deep. Can he get the kill as he crosses through? Not going to happen. Out of the balcony goes. One got tucked underneath, and the round slips away. And I think you've got 4 or 5 of the 6 first bloods if you're Carolina, but the rounds have gotten crazy.
No, they have. Shout out to observers, of course. I mean, hitting that nade, it was very close.
Yeah, you're like the nade.
Yeah, just a little bit too much of a strong arm there on Clay. Guys been working out.
Got a cannon.
They double mid one.
Got a cannon.
And you just have one of these rounds where there's just fights all over the place. Ultra, this is sort of, they're just kind of playing chaotic on the map.
I mean, this search is the series for you, right?
Yeah.
Just based on where we're going next, or where we're staying, I should say.
I would assume so, yeah.
Well, if statistics are true, but sometimes they lie. Kleenex 8-3, and you've talked about how ahead of the game he has been at times. What an impact player he can be, but now just trying to get some tags in. His insight from deep. Fellow staying up top 3, but he'll have to revisit that conversation as a headshot comes in, and he has to get back down. Bomb, though, work it up. You hear the smoke pluming. And probably the call for the bomb or players to work across at least the bridge side, and they've done exactly that. Far side, you still have Gwyn deep by A. We'll see what the option's going to be here. Time started really, about 40 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, so they wait for the nades to come through. The smoke dissipates, so bomb not planning, now starting to go down. And, well, Fellow didn't catch Insight, knows that's where he wants to go. Fellow from the top, able to catch a 2. Now it's a 1 versus 3 for Kleenex, makes it a 1-on-2.
I thought he saw him, but he gets in underneath, and now you got a chance to clutch up if you are Kleenex. You're on 4 straight. You've had a heater across this map. Unfortunately, You're tagged on mid-map. Oh, that was nearly a disgusting little snap and reach out, but can't win the fight.
They keep bullying A.
Bro, we should do our soda here.
Big stuff there from Fellow. We saw from Inside's POV, right? He kept getting tagged up, couldn't provide the help he wanted to, but then he gets the timing right as Inside chops up. Like that timing was kind of insane for Inside.
Yeah, you see Inside and Envoy, they kind of want to go. They're starting to reposition to use their smoke to retake that bomb, but they just get caught by Fellow. And that just comes off their last offensive round, right? You don't get that aggressive coup setup from Ultra, so they can go back into their default B push. So great adjustment so far from Carolina.
We'll love to see the adjustments being made now 2 rounds away from evening up this series. It is heavy-handed. Over towards A. I mean, you've got aggressive play here from Royal Ravens as well. Gwen is close and ready for this. The Sakama's coming in, but they are all going to be here. How many can you take down? I love this. Just get one, get out, reposition. Don't allow the trade. Now Door hits him in the face, and that is an awkward one. Now it's all to TJ. He gets 1, he gets 2. His Kleenex gets caught swapping, and now it's just Scrap by himself in the 1v3. He had numbers there if you were Ultra, but the play's made by Ravens.
Scrap is able to find one, not the second. But a huge play from TJ, and did a stun hit or something? I mean, it almost just felt like they both stopped right in front of him, trying to find for the double chow. They knew he was there.
I don't think so.
No.
I
don't know. He kind of looks like he just kind of stops right there.
Maybe he did. But they're both like swapping weapons in that spot. It's like they slid out Chow and both swapping?
Yeah, I have a troll for Coops, okay?
Maybe the stun did hit.
Your quick mid will be open.
Yep.
But a great play there from Quinn to find the first, allowed TJ to get in that position. Because I heard the comm, like, sort of, yo, they're going through. They knew TJ was there, just maybe he had a little bit of help.
It's a weird thing from Codcaster. We don't see the nade indicators, right? Like, it's just relying on audio sometimes, and whatever it was. The fact is, TJ gets both, and Fellow with another first blood. That is 4 first bloods for Fellow across 9 rounds. He has been the early game Reaper right now. For Carolina Royal Ravens, you got a chance to close it out. 4v3 advantage, bomb getting planted. Kleenex lets one get away. Lets a second go. I take it back. He's able to hit the pistol shots.
Bomb down. I mean, you get the first blood, you have bomb planted, so Envoy is the smoke player. But Inside is able to find one. Gwyn, though, going on a flank. He's going to catch the first, now has to reposition. Knows that the player's not down, but has no idea where Inside is. That's the issue. Inside about to flank.
I thought you had it. That's the one to win. It's another first blood for Fellow, and you end up losing the round.
Well, they just don't know Kleenex is there. They don't know Kleenex is there, and TJ, who's planting the bomb, is already 90% of the way done. So he's not going to hop off the plant, then put the shots in. But you only had TJ. You didn't have bridge control. It was the only player out from Coop's side was TJ. So you kind of just get, caught out there.
Well, I thought it was going to be really frustrating for Kleenex at first. Like, he got tags into both, couldn't finish it, but he's able to hit the pistol shots at range and at least close out one. And a great 3v4 clutch there from Ultra. That's going to be one you want back if you lose this map to Royal Ravens. That is for sure. First bloods right now, it is, it's 7 you've had for Carolina, but shifts that a bit. It's Inside, able to get the opener.
Yeah, opener, and now off that, they might just rotate this. You do have TJ here. What can he find? First gunfight, finds Insight. Insight gets the 2 openers. Great nade. And now we're going to a round 11.
Feels like you've got like the map 1, and then suddenly you're going to a round 11. Pain right now for Royal Ravens, but you still have a chance to clutch up in this one. Felony and Gwen have to try a 2-on-4 retake. I've seen crazier things happen. That would have been a big pick, but you get away with 8 HP if you are Kleenex. That might have been the difference, really giving you the opportunity. Now you got 30 seconds to go. All 4 players still alive, and they are everywhere, basically. 2 diner side, 1 ticket, 1 junk. There's just no opening.
Yeah, I mean, you've checked top red about 100 times, trying to find any angles. Scrap there. On the other side, I believe, is Insight again.
Oh, God. Here we go.
And here we go. Ultra fight on back.
I mean, this is just one. Listen, there have been some, like, insta trades on the first bloods, don't get me wrong, but you've dominated the first blood department if you are Carolina. You have just not been able to close out some rounds where you had advantage. And listen, I think both teams are absolutely feeling the pressure. Different scales of it, obviously, but like Ultra, you don't want to bomb out top 12, but Carolina feel a little bit.
No, I mean, this is their year. This is their year, no doubt about it. So let's see. You're going to have Ultra here on defense. And on their defense, I imagine their best success has been around Envoy playing aggressive over towards B. He's going to go right over towards Bridge and play that again. Carolina, you know, gonna go for that mid control.
Yeah, what? The last time they went to the back to the mid control, TJ was able to win a gunfight, I believe, mid map, but they're not giving that to him for now.
Yeah, and Envoy's in a great spot. I think just find info, not allow them to work this objective.
Yeah, he smoked himself across earlier, right? Just to get to bridge side, get set up, get all the info. I mean, who knows how much time it'll take just to deal with him.
See, Scrap's just worried about this. He's worried about them flanking through rubble. We'll be rotating this off, but Envoy with another first blood. Now 8 in a row as a squad there for Toronto Ultra.
Did Envoy just pick him top AC?
Yeah, he
with
did.
the rival from the
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I saw like on the minimap. I was like, okay, he must have just absolutely zapped him down.
Now you have 25 seconds left. Doors are open. Fellow may have to win a big one here.
Slides across, re-peeks it, but Scrap's not gonna miss. Fellow is gone, 2 versus 4. Everything falling apart. It's all gonna be on Clay. He is dropped. You bring it back with 3 straight rounds if you were Toronto Ultra. And that may have been the ultimate dagger.
One more, yeah? One more.
I mean, you go back, you're gonna think about what the round 9, right? You've got that 4-on-3 advantage. You've got bomb planted. And things fall apart from there. You dominate the first blood department if you are Ravens, but so many retakes. It felt like for Toronto Ultra, so many. I mean, there are multiple rounds you can look back if you're Ravens, you're like, we had to win that. We just had to.
No, yeah, I think that one, it's just different because you're obviously playing to get that bomb plan in, but you don't have anyone out of Coop, right? So outside of TJ, due to CleanX's position, he's the only one there. So Toronto Ultra know where you're going to peek from. You're going to peek from top 3. You're going to peek from top Coop. And then maybe someone make you a play through Fountain. Without bridge control, there was just not a lot of possibilities, and Ultra were able to find it.
Well, they were able to find it multiple times. They bring it back. They clutch up. It's been all Karachi so far, and it's a 2-0 edge for Ultra. Unfortunately, Karachi might be the tomb for Royal Ravens. They might start there. Their season might end there.
Yeah, I mean, 10-1 on the year for Ultra. They don't. Again, they haven't seen it in a long time. They've only played high-rise control throughout this stage due to the fact that they're trying to add it in their map pool. They got so good at it, you can see the band that comes in. You get rid of that high-rise control, so that opens up a Karachi. So there's an opening here where like maybe they haven't played an official match, but
that's the context though. Like we always say that because like it's the logical thing to say. Like it's been 2 months of matches since we've actually seen them play this, but like they're scrimming it every day. So it's just like they're still getting in reps, but there is a difference to intensity with that. Don't get me wrong, but like they're still getting in reps. And for right now, it is all Scrap and the boys of Ultra. A big first blood pick there from Envoy. They get the map victory. They bring it back from a 3-5 deficit, now up 2-0. They look to close it out on Karachi. It's a big one. Carolina, their dreams of the year all on the line right now. Can they get something going after the break? We're good.
Upgrade your game with the Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League.
Scuff Gaming is doing an ultimate giveaway where you and a friend can win a chance to go to COD Champs this year. The giveaway includes 2 VIP tickets, travel expenses, and more. To enter, scan the QR code on the page or go to scuff.co/CDL and enter your email. Terms and conditions apply.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
welcome back to another thrilling day of Call of Duty League action. I was hoping for a Game 5 banger. I wanted to see the run here from Carolina Royal Ravens. Listen, Joe and I have worked with Ultra on a podcast. You know, we love Ultra. Team's great, organization's great, but was I rooting for their downfall a little bit for storylines?
That's what this tournament's about, is cinema.
It is. But that's not been the case right now. As you iced up, if you are Ultra, you take the 2-0 advantage. We take a look at the Monster Energy pregame right now for Carolina Royal Ravens. What do you think of going into Control?
Well, obviously their weakness there is Control defense 8-7, which I think going into Karachi Control, if your defense is probably around 50%, honestly, it's probably pretty good. I think you would take that. So, you know, obviously it affects every single map, but Karachi a little bit different.
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, it's probably imagined a little bit worse here would be the case, but now we'll take a look at the same. On the other side for Toronto, what they have to focus on as we get into this round. When it says strength, Karachi Control, probably good.
No, it's very good. 10-1 on the year. Again, they haven't played this in an official match because all of Stage 4, it's been high rise. Teams normally avoid this, and you see the reason why. They are 16-6 on attack, 15-5 on defense. They're number 1 across the board. That's just what it is.
They're good at Karachi in general. As you've seen, they get the map 1 win, they get the map 2 win. They might close it out here. Could be the tomb, the grave, the burial on Karachi for Carolina. But we talk about Scrap and what he's been able to do. He has been chirping since the get-go. We know he loves to talk his trash. Statistically, he has been a monster, and he'll look to shut it down here.
Yeah, I mean, 1.4 throughout this series. It feels like he's always leading the way in damage. I mean, Nameless and I were looking at his damage stats. It's just ridiculous, like what he does. Like upper 4,000 to 5,000 per game. Control, hardpoint, it doesn't really matter. Even if his KD's not at the highest, he's putting shots in.
Oh, absolutely. One of the more aggressive AR players you're going to see. He wants to take fight after fight after fight, and well, that leads to pumping in damage, but then you got a great team around you, and it's led to a lot of success this year, trying to find a little bit more, though, with a slow start, bit of a hiccup to start the round 1, but sometimes, you know, we've seen teams, top teams over the course of the years, you have a round 1 hiccup, then you get something clicking in a loser's bracket. Joe, you're all too familiar with that in your career.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Losers won. You get it going. A big one here. And Clay's had this. Like, Clay's had these brackets throughout his career where our winners round 1 at champs, he's got to play it up. That goes on to win the world championship. It's just, you get a tough match that gives you so much confidence. Just you got to win it.
Oh, yeah. If they somehow pull this off, anything is possible. But you got to pull this off, especially if they bring this through a reverse sweep. That would be absolute insanity. But you get to Ultra's best control. They look to seal the deal here. And the guys are brimming with absolute confidence based on how that search and destroy ended, how the map 1 went. They're dictating the tempo, controlling the pace, and looking to end it.
Yeah, just slowing this round down now. Is Toronto Ultra just going to get on that 8-point? Big gunfight win there, because we know a lot of the times on defense, it's just, can you get that player bridge shot? Once you get that player bridge shot, you can jump top AC, you put pressure on the point, and now you have Gwyn set up junkyard side, so they can't rotate over towards B. But Envoy, that'll be the point man on through.
We'll see what Envoy can do with this position. The quick answer is nothing. It's TJ. It's able to get the angle and lock him up for now. So far, so good if you are Carolina. Over to TJ's POV. Such a consistent factor for them this year. He's going to be making plays. All the guys, they've got to step it up massively. Gwyn a slow start, but everybody else, you're finding your kills, you're making your plays, you're through on the feed. It's a 3-man wipe. Make it 4 as Clacer gets the final. And now with 30 seconds remaining, this could be a stalwart defense to kick us off.
Yeah, I mean, they get TJ on the pinch there. He's on 4 in a row. He finds the 2 players over towards A. Clay on the other side finds the 2 players towards B. Now TJ just trying to finesse, looking for the cruise. You would love to have it. Let's put this game away early if you're Carolina. Try to win this round, carry that momentum into an offense. They've only given up 1 tick, and this is what we've been talking about with Ultra. Yes, it has been fantastic all year, but sometimes we don't see it in a match for a while. There's a little rust in round 1. I think you're seeing that.
They get on with 0.7 seconds, maybe not out of it yet. That'll seal the deal, and it's a great defense there from Carolina. You know, everybody, so a little bit different from both teams. I think everybody on Ultra kind of got up, went to the restroom, took a lap after they won map 2. Everyone on Carolina stayed seated, just chatting through things. And I think the one thing I really heard was Fella was like, guys, we know we can do this. We've been here all year long. We just need some momentum, keep the energy up. And you brought that right in round one.
I mean, a lot of that comes with the comms, right? Just not sounding defeated, making sure everyone's got the info, reacting to those comms.
If you hear one guy quit on your team, it probably just kills it.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you just start to hear, like, I lost another gunfight type thing in your comms. But a great round one there on defense.
You got to battle to the end, especially if you're going to pull off insane reverse sweeps that they have the ability to do. But can they keep it going? You get an offensive round win here. You might have a stranglehold on this particular map, but so far pretty efficiently traded across the board if you are the defense. Nice shots there from TJ. That is not an easy gunfight, but he's able to win it. Oh, he centers on the forehead, but not enough to finish the kill. I don't think he has health back either.
Yeah, Scrap's now on 5 in a row, though, as well, so he's trying to earn himself a cruise.
So who got the other one? TJ, right?
Yeah, TJ's got one on one side, Scrap on the other, and this might be number 6 on this pinch. TJ off spawn, thank you very much.
So if he didn't get 6 on that, that'd be a problem.
This will give his teammates the info, though. Clay, a fellow just trying to stay down, get the work done. Clay finds a rival. Clay almost able to win this second. On the other side of the map, though, goes Gwyn. Off spawn is TJ right over towards B.
They've got him split. You got to make decisions now and find openings if you are Toronto Ultra. Fellow able to trade it out, but Envoy is able to take down 2 before he falls. So you've only got 1 onto the point. It's going to be progressing pretty slowly. And now, what, just 1 guy left. Insight's able to find that kill. You've got a tick done at B. You're 2.5 through on to A. They're going to need the minute extension. Maybe at some point, but they have this close red spawn. They're thinking, let's kind of sit it, because they still have 50 seconds to work with. They've been on the point pretty consistently.
Yeah, and I would say one big difference I'm seeing in the feed is just like some multi-kills, a little bit more here for Carolina. Clay's had a couple, TJ's had a couple, so just feels like when you're starting to win some of these gunfights, the game comes in easier, gives you some confidence, and as you said, you had the close spawns, but Ultra deal with it. Fellow, he played it safe. He's going to give them that time extension over towards A.
Yeah, I mean, keeping a presence there that you can keep that close spawn, right? Like, don't allow them to get forward and spawn you out. And now you still have a presence in red. You've been able to get the minute extension in. You're even in lives, and you've got a real chance here to take a 2-0 edge in this map 3. That little wave there from Ultra, though, likely going to be some breathing room. You get all 4 down, you get pushed down. Now, everything I just said was wrong, and it's dead.
Yeah, but at least you have that minute extension. So
yeah.
Still some time to work with, 10 versus 13. You do have Kleenex on one side of the map playing bridge side.
But how different does it look like when you had red control a second ago versus how it looks now?
Yeah,
like,
no, it's a little different. You're going to have to take some long routes. That's what Fellow's trying to do. But he's going to get hunted. Insight spotted him there for a second, gave the comm to his team. And now, what, 10 lives? Huge win by Gwyn. You run out of bullets there if you were Insight. But now only down to 5 if you are Ravens.
Yeah, that sequence, that 4 down for Ultra was everything. It was getting away from a bit, but you brought it back, and now here we go.
Oh.
You win that. How insane would that have been? No respawns remaining for Carolina. Got to do everything you can with this life, because there are no more coming within this round. The one spawning out deep will be TJ, trying to get back to the action, but he's getting flanked, I believe, by Envoy. So Envoy, a chance to break all this up. He will take out TJ. All on Gwyn and Clay. Under 30 seconds to go. It falls to Clayster, and listen, you're winning the progression advantage. It's what, like 4 ticks to 1 or whatever it ended up being. But, God, you just know, you tasted that one. You had a really good opportunity to win it.
Yeah, you had some couple of chances. Had a couple players on towards B. Just some gunfights didn't go your way. Insight with a big multi-kill on the point. He was able to find Clay on the cross, and then Gwyn pops up, goes for that peek.
And maybe, I don't know, it's just one of those things you look back, maybe if you just full-on commit to Diner. Maybe they're able to get things so differently, but you can't look at it that way. Like, dude, the fact is, you got the extra minute, you were dead even in lives, you had 3 players in red side control and had the close spawn, and then you blink, all 4 dead. It's like, okay, well, we're back to square one.
Yeah, I was waiting to see if like maybe we were going to see the TJ cruise, right? Just how desperate did you want to go up 2-0? But both players hold on to their cruises. Solid defense is there over towards B, so we're tied at 1.
Now, what adjustments do you maybe make if you're Ultra? Probably finding some kills would help. I mean, they get slaughtered, really. In that round 1, they found nothing at all offensively. And TJ's going to use a streak right away, and maybe it's a good thing, because 2 people are already dead, but it hits absolutely nothing.
Yeah, buys you some time, and Clay's going to find 2 off of that. So you do have that. Now you recover. TJ finds one, all 4 dead. So, yeah, it's not the best use of a cruise.
You don't get a kill, but you stop people from moving or making them hit different positions, right? Like,
and obviously, you can't really use it over towards B, right? You just play back closet, so a lot of the times on defense, it's for the 8 points. Again, another 3 dead there for Ultra. You're spawning up Coop side, and TJ, he's going for any shots he can put in.
I mean, it worked out a lot better than I thought it was at first. That is for sure. You clutch up if you're Royal Ravens. Now 40 seconds to go. If you're Ultra, you just have not been able to find an opening in this defense as of now. Scrap with the first and maybe more to follow, but every time it feels like you get a kill from Ultra, you follow it with 2. If you are Royal Ravens, Clayster putting on a clinic. He's at 19 and 11, absolutely dominating right now. You're looking for your first extension through 2 offense if you can get it here. And Clay is shooting. That was a nice little snap. Nearly wins that fight.
Man, this is huge, right? Because if you can control bridge as a defender, you can get top AC. That's when you put pressure on the point. They know that. They send Insight there. Now there's 2 players on the point. They're trying to hunt down Insight. Insight, he's going to be the man in this position. Takes down Gwyn. And with that, I would assume A is done.
Yeah, it looks like they're focusing a little bit more now on junk side and red control. You saw Clayster back it up, so you'll get your extra minute. It won't be a ton of time, though. You have 1:15 to work with. Lives-wise, you're okay. You're now even in ticks. Obviously, with a little more offense play, though, if you are Ultra. But even for now, TJ, I mean, we've seen he's been one of those guys, too, that's like solo lockdown junk at times. Like, he's made incredible plays from that position. You know he's comfortable there.
Even just in that spot, I mean, knowing they could flame through red, just watches the back, not worry about jump, but that is 2.
Oh, my.
They deal with junk. You might have some nice pressure here. You're going to rely on Clay and Gwyn to find a pick or 2 to slow down this assault.
Yeah, it's just one of those individual moments there from Scrap where he's able to get both players, not get traded out, and then Kleenex finds the timing in an opening. TJ, good luck with this. He's trying to get, oh my God, Gwyn comes through with the help, so TJ's gonna be all right. Just kind of jumping and dealing with it. You got another big win there from Felony. 1 player left in Envoy. Nice sequence from the Royal Ravens to regain control, but you still have that close spawn now. If you're Ultra, you're gonna be able to funnel this and hit it a few more times.
Ooh, some tough timing, maybe great timing, honestly, for Fellow. Yeah, Kleenex was right behind him. He's gonna be the last player through.
Knock,
Hits
knock.
the slide as well. Great play out of Fellow. He's now on 4 in a row. And again, the defense so strong here for Carolina, shutting down Ultra.
You had a moment this time if you're Ultra. You at least had the opportunity to make the play. But now Fellow's got an opportunity to flank this. He's going to get the timing through perfectly. The comms are on point. He's on 5 and looking for a cruise. Tries to find it at the tail end of the round. Not quite able to pick it up. But defense, once again, so good.
I mean, how many times online are we just talking about teams even having offense round 5 has been an advantage. But Fellow here with the flank. And again, you saw the number 8. He jumped right by him, hits the reload, slide on through, and you know in COD, you hit the slide, you just get cameraed hard.
Oh, he got cameraed out of his socks. That's for sure. But I think he was going to get the reload off in time and be able to get this. I thought he was just going to get caught mid-reload, but just enough time to hit the reload, hit the movement, get up the gunny, and get the 5 in a row. 21 and 15 right now from Fellow. Chance to earn that extra streak. You still have one on the side of Ultra. TJ exhausted his early in the defense, which, well, really led to them getting a solid hold on A to milk a lot of that time. So he only had 1:15 to work with.
Well, you get one, though. Fellow's got a freebie. Kleenex is dealing with the player on A, so 6 in a row. You have another cruise to match.
Ooh.
But Insight with some great shots, so not a lot of early progression over towards A, and Insight's going to keep it going here. Snapped from middle back towards Coop.
He snaps and backs them up. Now you start to rework things. You're by yourself if you're Gwyn. Over on the B side of the map, he's in between a ton of players and likely going to get caught, and that will be the case. You haven't been able to really find anything to work with. If you're Royal Ravens early in this one, Fellow dancing as best he can, but he's going to get shut down. You're already in a 4-life hole.
5
You're
in a row
able to
for
find
Insight.
4 kills.
He's trying to find number 6. This would be 2 cruises here for Ultra. He's not going to find it. Scrap takes his kill. Now Envoy takes his kill. Insight's basically, I'm still on 5. I'm still on 5.
Now, come on, guys. You're a bunch of thieves. Now he's going to get stunned, just looking to take the fight. Kleenex is going to be there to maybe help him out and set up a freebie.
I'm coming.
There we go. Finally, number 6 in through for Insight. Only 20 or so seconds. It's been a game of defense. This one, as dominant as it gets, you're already up 9 lives, but as you get a kill out junk side, you're going to funnel this in towards B, maybe a chance for a heroic moment. right now for Royal Ravens.
You're going to be fast. Fellow spawns up bottom ladder, so he's just going to go. That spawn opens up immediately due to the mid pressure, and this is what we've seen at times. It just takes one chance. That's going to be 3 dead. Make it all 4. Now Carolina can have 3 players on the point. Clay watching the dumpster. TJ now up next.
Oh, the nade hits TJ in the face. Unfortunately, it connects to the diner window, so he's weak. Not going to get back to full HP. He's going to drop it. Kleenex poised and ready to rock. Tries to find an opening on through. Wins the fight with the rifle. Dips, dives, fries, and shuts down what might have been a wild moment. 4 Royal Ravens were going the distance to 5.
And those were sort of the moments online that we've seen, well, honestly, throughout the entire year. But, yeah, a couple of more kills. Scrap did a really good job getting over the dumpster, right? The nades were on point from Toronto, but Scrap just got over, got a different angle. TJ can't shoot him.
If his knee got through to, like, the jump up and didn't hit the window, does that play out a little differently? Because then, I mean, you're probably able to be gun up your team. You don't get hit by your own nade. Scrap doesn't get to that position. Like, it probably plays
Was it his own nade? Is that what it was?
I thought it was his own nade hit the window, didn't it?
I believe you. I thought he got through, but you could be
I thought it
right.
stuck the window. I guess that could have been. At the time, he might have been insane. But right when he threw it, it was there on the window, and he got down. I guess maybe his got through.
It was probably just the timing, because I thought it hit Scrap.
Oh, so I thought TJ hit himself. But, yeah, I'd have to watch it back. Yeah. Round 5 underway. The Ravens defense has been strong. Can it be strong one more time? Kleenex trying to open them up and open it up early. Is they're right on to A and you're playing off the back foot. You don't have... Oh, I was thinking like TJ, used a streak to get them out of this last time.
We're going to see that nade from TJ.
No, so he goes through. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
okay.
No, it got through because he hit Scrap.
Yep,
That's
yep.
what I was talking about with Scrap going through.
Another one came in right from the side. Yeah, you're smarter than I am. That's how it goes.
Back in this round, though. So you got the Cruise on one side. Now Insight's going to use his. So we're just firing missiles, not hitting much. A lot of buildings on Karachi, but again, these round 5. It's been all defense so far. Can Ultra break through and close out the series?
Great picture there. Thank you. Just to show Joe he's right one more time, guys. Thanks. Envoy still here, singing and dancing, trying to set up Kleenex, who's on the point, looks for the opening into broken window, but not able to finish the kill. That one, though, it's a zapper. Clay's going to get clotheslined. Inside finds another. Scrap through as well. That's going to be 3 dead. Felony, the only one that gets a kill, but at least I guess it comes from junk side, but he gets traded out quickly. So you have an opportunity now to transition this cleanly. The defense has got to be good. It's got to be good for a long time. This isn't like the last time where you had like a minute 15 to work with. You got a minute 45, you're healthy and live.
It's immediate close spawns as well.
Yep.
And Ultra's winning some of these gunfights. But is it TJ who slows things down? 3 dead for Ultra. Sorry, 3 dead for Carolina. Ultra's going to get on the point, win the first man through, and now you have another Cruise. Scrap has been holding on to this since round number 2, but Gwyn and Clay with some headshots, now trying to stay up. They've dealt with this, but Kleenex trying to go on a flame.
The problem is you've got to deal with it so many times. When you have that red spawn, you have to deal with it over and over and over again. You can't have a mistake. And this might be the moment. 2 are going to drop. Scrap. Envoy, Insight, or through. Fellow last one up.
Though. He gets a pick, so he gets 2. Fellow gets 2. There's only 1 player on the point.
That's insane.
Massive out of Fellow, and now he's switching up the angles.
And that's a moment that might save them this series. The fact he's able to get multiple, just delay the progression on this point. We're halfway towards the second tick because Envoy's been camping this entire time, but the problem is going to be lives now because there's so much time remaining. You've only got 9 left to go. 2 trying to get over dumpster. You're able to do it. The utility goes through, but then Insight is able to line up 2. Insight, though, with the damage from the nade. Clay is able to get the kill. You clear him for now, but 6v11, minute to go.
They're going to try to catch him off spawn. Oh. Yeah, they spawn coop side. It's not close red spawn, so they're just going to hunt Clay. They're going to hunt Clay down. That's the issue. Clay has to play his life. Kleenex is hunting. The rest of the team just turtled up Cafe, and that's an opener.
Can Fellow be the hero again? They're back onto the point. Clock stopped again. Tries again for the help. He's able to trade out 1. But you can't play a trade game. Clay, so weak, 13 HP, but he's able to stay alive. Fellow trying to dip, dance, and dive. Only 3 players left up. TJ able to win a fight. 3 versus 8. Can they pull off the impossible? The improbable. TJ looking to find an opening, not going to find it. Clay is able to take through 1. It's all on Clay and Fellow. They're just being choked, squeezed, and bled out. Clay's got nothing left in the primary, but takes him down and gets back around the edge, able to get the reload through as well. Can't win it on the point. Scrap, and the boys get it done.
Back on the fucking desk, Clay. Back on the fucking desk.
You're fucking dog shit, kid.
Simply not enough.
Fucking desk.
How did get? I'm not winning a map at Chance
I'm
Finals.
fucking retired.
They're letting each other know.
Kill yourself, bro.
You're fucking ass, dog.
I mean, that map 2, insane. The map 3, insane. I mean, outside of the slow start in the hardpoint, you talk from like the second rotation on, you basically played them even.
No, I think they played them well. Yeah, I mean, you just a couple of these rounds, couple of these moments, and honestly, these moments, that's been the difference from the top 4 on the year through the rest. It's just now some of these other teams, middle of the pack teams, are starting to execute when those openings are there. But yeah, they close it out. I mean, it was such good defense for 4 rounds on both sides. There were cruises earned on both sides. For Carolina, it's just, yeah, there's so many moments, I think, throughout the entire year you can go back and pinpoint where they had chances. And unfortunately, this bracket is just, it's a gauntlet.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you have no one to blame, but look in the mirror. I mean, they had chances to capitalize and didn't. Is there some rough luck that goes with it, with how this breaks down and how this particular bracket goes? Sure, but you had opportunities to make it so you're not in this position. Fellow, who we talked about, you know, that insane 2 kills he was able to get, he puts up 32, 6,200 damage, but it's not enough. And you talk about, you know, how often Scrap is like the damage dealer. It's actually Insight that leads the way at 6,600, and that's been something they've been sorely wanting.
No, I mean, yeah, I think at times, you know, Envoy and Insight, they've gotten some flack throughout the year, and I think, yeah, I think you can see in the stats, it hasn't been great, but when they are on, this team is just going to be difficult to beat.
When you talk about the sub position, the R position, I mean, their best skill players are CleanX and Scrap. There's no argument there, but like Envoy and Insight, they have the ceiling to do it, and they have those takeover moments. You saw it, but like this, it is a very close 3-0. And if you miss the map 1, I know it doesn't look like it's like a 100-point game, but like that 100-point advantage happened 4 hard points into the game.
Yeah, it was just a slow start. Great execution out of Ultra, and then you have the 5-3 lead in the search and destroy. You have the 3 on, 4 on 3. You put the bomb
round
down.
9, I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, put the bomb down, so big round there. And then control again. Honestly, the round 5 is how typical